Well guys, today is a beautiful day, so welcome back to another video. I've got a couple of things I really want to do today. I'm out on the boat, just out in the bay. The water's been pretty dirty, so I don't know how one of my things is going to go. I've got two things I want to achieve. One is get an octopus, cook it up like a Greek Italian style in a marinara sauce, let it slow cook for 45 minutes and that thing will be absolutely beautiful. The other one is ceviche. I really want to get myself a skippy, make some fresh ceviche. For those of you who don't know what ceviche is, it's where you let the acidity of a lemon cook your fish, then it's just absolutely beautiful, if you like that sort of thing. I'm going to throw in some red onion, some cucumber, tomato, then I'm going to make it island style by adding in a dash of coconut milk. Let that come through and it'll be nice and creamy. So you give that about half an hour to cook up in the lemon juices and then you're on. Let's make that happen. We'll go check out right on the shoreline. We don't go out too far for our ockies and see if the water's clear enough they'll be able to swim down and grab an ockie out of a trap. And then I'll head out, get a bit of burley going. I don't actually know if I bought burley. Anyway, try catch yourself a skippy or two. Come and have some fun. Hope you learn a thing or two. And these beautiful little treats just go down so well. Let's do it. Mate, that is looking very, very dirty. I do not like the look of that. It's been a bit wild, so it doesn't surprise me that the siltiness of the bay is hanging around for quite a while. I think we might have to go to our plan two. Our second plan, try and get ourselves a skippy, maybe have a drift through and try pick up a squid. I'm gonna whack some zinc on my nose. I don't usually put zinc or sunscreen on if I know I'm gonna put my mask and snorkel on because it fogs up. And then I'm gonna head out to the 4 mile and hopefully get a fish. Let's boost it. Guys, there's one thing I've been wanting to say for a little while. It's a new addition to my sounder setup, sounder and GPS chart plotter that I wanted to share with you because it has made such a difference. And this is by no means advertising that I go and buy this, go and buy that, but it is, honestly, it has helped me a lot with my fishing and being able to find ground. I got the C-Maps card for Western Australia, that one there. I've also got the Navionics one on my phone. Either way, it doesn't matter what you get. But let me show you on the sounder what it has introduced to finding definition and finding ground. At the moment, this is the standard look that you get from your chart. Like, you've got a few little contours and dark spots and low spots. But by adding in either of these cards, I've got the C-Maps Reveal. You go down to this setting here and you got high resolution bathymetry, which I don't even know what is, but have a look at the definition and the amount of information that you get from adding that in. It is absolutely amazing. There's other different features like shading and all that, which just blew my mind. I didn't know there was going to be that much information. So C-Maps card is absolutely awesome. The other ones are as well. It doesn't matter what you go. But if you just want to have more luck finding ground, have a crack. Have a look at these. Have a look on the Navionics. The Navionics one's slightly cheaper if you get it on your phone. Otherwise, the cards are about $3.50. Most of your tackle stores, boating stores, fishing stores will have it. And it's for your own good. Hey, like, this has just been awesome. Especially when I was up in Shark Bay. It covered all the way up there. Just giving me a heap more info. Just look at that detail compared to that. Well, my friends, we are pretty well at our spot. So I'm just heading upwind so that the wind pushes us back. We'll drop the anchor and then we'll get a line in the water and try and get onto some skippy straight away. So going upwind, unless you've got a really big current, you'll drift back onto your spot. So I'm in about 15 meters of water, so I'll put out about 30 meters of rope, 30 to 35. I actually want to check that and share that bit of info with you, and so I know myself. There's an equation for how deep you are, how strong the wind is, and how much line you should put out. Let's get the anchor down and get a fish. I have got a nice little bit of squid that I'm going to throw down on my rod that's already rigged up with a single paddy Mind you, now that the demersal season's closed, I can whack a double paternoster on here and have twice as much fun. But for now, the red rocket is going down with a single bit of squid. I'm just gonna see. We're gonna see if we're on the right spot, and hopefully get a fish sooner rather than later. The other thing I'm gonna do is on my double snelled hook, throw a nice bit of strip bait out the back. Gonna butcher that up. Am I getting a few little bites? I don't know. Little bit of a strip bait, cast that one out the back, and let it float down in its own time. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that picks me up a sambo or something pretty exciting. So that's going over. Let's see how that one goes for us too. Getting a few little bites. I think I might have missed our ground. So we're on relatively flat ground. So, whoa, who knows what this could be? It'd be lovely if I was on the sand patches, and I know this sort of ground. Ooh, and if it was like a King George or something, that would light me up. But I think my hook might be too big for that sort of action. All right, they did get my bait. Have a crack to see how this one goes, but then go for a smaller hook, because it's a 6/0 hook, and they feel like little flickety bites. But I think maybe a smaller hook might be exactly what I need. Oh, because there is definitely something there. Just teasing me. What I'm actually gonna try doing is try a jig that I bought a little while ago, and I didn't, I'm yet to try it, to be honest. That's the most simple way of putting it. I'm gonna struggle to get this thing off, and then, oh, he's got it looped off. That is not the preferred way of putting it on, but that's the way it went on. So what this is called is a little snap bait, little lead head on it, and a set of hooks. So I'm gonna put a strip of squid on there. I'm just gonna loop that thing through. Let's see if this works. I think it will. And then feed that back through the hole. Yeah, that is nicely done. And I've never used this thing before, so this is its christening. That bad boy with, let's not get too carried away, because they're only small little hooks. 1, 2, that little hook at the end will just float there. And I'm gonna yeet that one just over the back here, and let's see if it catches the fish. I think we could be good. It's on my favorite rod. You know, I actually think I say that about every rod's my favorite rod, because you can have more than one favorite, right? All right, it's on the bottom. Tell me, guys, is this gonna be successful? What do you feel? Have you had luck with these before? So I've just got enough tension on there so I can feel any bites. Just gonna let it bop its way back. Oh, Jaya caught a ripper Taylor on one of these when we were up in Shark Bay on that last video, the Fowlers Camp. And he was absolutely, he was very surprised. So hopefully I can do the same and pull something in with it. Oh. Ooh. Those little hooks get stuck on the bottom pretty easily by the feel of that. All right, not gonna lie, I got a little sidetrack there with the other rod. So what we're gonna do is gonna swap out this hook for this hook. Something a bit smaller to get into the mouth of those smaller fish. So with these paternoster rigs, all you gotta do is push the loop back through, fly him off, get the new one. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky the second time putting a new one on. So I sort of crease it out with my teeth a couple of times if you need to. Oh, this is gonna be a tricky one, and pop it through. Okay, open that hole up and loop it in, and we're good to go. So now the whole hook's pretty well hidden by the bait. Let's have a crack. It's a little bit quiet, so I'm gonna try to reposition myself directly onto the lump. The wind might have swung around a bit, so I might need to just have another crack at getting us in the right position, and then hopefully that makes it a hell of a lot better. All right, I've repositioned us, and I think I'm gonna find myself wheeling in a skippy very soon. Cross those fingers, guys, because that's what we're gonna do. Come on, mate. Damn, I just dropped one. Oh, it's still there though. Come on. You can feel it. Feel that it wants to take it. Well, I reckon maybe it got my bait, so we'll check that out and then have another crack. It sure did. Let's freshen back up and get back down. The tail of the squid. What is your favourite part of the squid to put on the bait? I love that tiny bit of the end of the tail, and then also obviously the head when I'm going for bigger things. Oh, she's good, she's good. We're straight on to bites. Come on. Oh, just waiting for that really big strike. Then I've got to strike against it and somehow hook it. I am really struggling here to get a fish. I'm down to my last squid and I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I'm gonna go real small bits of bait, so it's like they can't steal it off the hook. They just gotta take the whole damn thing. I only want one. Just one fish. And I'm starting to get a little hungry, and that ceviche will need about half an hour to let the lemon do its work, so I gotta get one soon. Ooh. These are just crafty. Oh, yes. Crafty fish today. I don't know what it is. It's not a skippy, I wouldn't think. Oh, this is such a hard decision. I don't know if this is a hard decision. It's a rock cod. I've got the option of letting him go or keeping him for bait. Look, mate, if I was able to get demersals, he would be coming back for bait. He's a beautiful colour. All right, well, I've caught a fish, so the drought has been broken. Now let's see if I can... A king wrasse, that would work. Skippy is definitely ideal. We just got to keep trying, hey? I've just checked the rod out the back and I've got a fish on this one. I wonder how long that's been sitting there for. Kinda has those, oh, it's almost got cuttlefish vibes. Mate, I think this is a cuttlefish, and cuttlefish or gurnard, I'll definitely be cooking this up if it is. All right, I'm gonna switch cameras and go over to the side and bring this thing up. Oh no, that's more fishy than cuttlefish, surely. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's a beautiful gurnard. Hello, mate. Look, you're actually a really good eating fish. Just look at the colours. Right, let's get you out and up. And get those hooks out. I'm gonna eat you, mate, sorry. Oh, 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 oh. You gotta watch out for that spike on top. All right, he's up. Mate, the sun. We're gonna put him out of his misery and then I'm gonna get tucked into him, as in give him a good fillet. And he is gonna be our ceviche. This guy is also known as a poor man's crayfish. He's got quite a chewy texture, but you know what? Crayfish also goes really nice pickled or in a ceviche style. So, I think that tough flesh, well, it's not tough. It's very unique. It's like chewy, like a crayfish. So we're gonna whack him in the ceviche today. The plans have changed, and that beautiful thing is going into the jar. Let's get it done. I'll put him out of his misery. We got the ick pick, and I'll put him on some ice. All right, guys. We're ready to do, I'm not gonna call this cooking because it's sort of It's more just preparing. All right, so what we're gonna do is make a ceviche. We're gonna use some lemon to cure, to slightly cook. The acidity of the lemon cooks the fish in a very quick time. And then we're gonna mix it with some spring onion, some cucumber, some red onion, some tomato. I've also got a bit of lime juice, just to top it up and give that extra little kick. Can't forget a bit of garlic as well. And then once that's cured itself up, add some salt. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of coconut milk in there. The Islanders style, it just really brings it all together. I haven't actually, I've tried it once and it was bloody beautiful. That was with some skippy, so we'll see how this goes. All right, first things first, is I gotta take a fillet off this. Probably, I don't know how much is gonna fit in that jar. We'll start with one side and fill it up and see how it goes. That there, I'm gonna give it a little wash. I actually feel this, ow! I'm just gonna straight over the side actually. Little rinse. Okay, we've got a nice fresh clean chopping board. I'm gonna take these bones out. Take the skin off. This can all go back into the ocean and chop it up into small little pieces. So I'll chop it all up and I'll let you know. I'll show you what we got when we're done, all right? The short bladed knife is not the best for skinning. Gotta get it right on the edge. Another little wash. Now that's salt water, so it's gonna be, not gonna take any of our lovely salty flavors away. Take out the spine. Another little wash. This jar is getting opened up, ready to get, locked and loaded. Our fish is loaded up in there. Now we're going to get our lime and lemon onto it. A little wipe of that one. All right, this is a sweeter lemon. Definitely not as acidic. Look, I'm not too fussed about the seeds going in. This is a more sour lemon from home. Bit more of the sweetness. This is going to be a real juicy one. Before I add the coconut cream, I'm going to drain all that. All right. Oh, it got me on a cut. I had a blister there from chopping wood the other day. Cheeky thing. Tomato. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to scrape out some of the seeds. Yoink that in my mouth. So lovely. Just don't want too many seeds in there because it will get watery. And all this will just go lovely with the lemon. And then all we've got to do at the end is add our bit of coconut milk. Bit of cucumber. Spring onion for flavour. Always cut your spring onion on an angle because it looks fancy. It still tastes the same. But some things are about looks. Some red onions going in. Now I did say I wanted a squirt of lime. I've got my garlic clove, just a wee one. No need to scare off any vampires. The last thing I want to do is add the salt. Good bit of salt. And then we're going to shake it. Put that lid on. Having one of these like, ooh, that doesn't actually feel like it's sealed too well. Oh no, I'm going to have to really squeeze it down. Oh, I don't know how to make that look good. And just to get it all covered in lime and lemon. All right, so now, while I pack the boat up, get ready, I'm gonna put this over next to my ice so it stays relatively cool. But the lemon's gonna do all the cooking, so it doesn't really matter too much. I'm gonna give that about half an hour to an hour just while I head in, just before I pop the boat on the boat trailer. I'm gonna have a crack at this and I'm gonna take some home and see what Molly thinks as well. So the wind's turning, so I gotta get moving, but to get out and just get a fish, when I had a goal, I wanted to do something. I was bummed that I couldn't get in the water and get a gnocchi, but you can't always win. So at least we've got this. We've got a jar with fish, with a few little treats in there. It's starting to cook already, so let's keep that lid on. Finish our tidy up, get rocking and get rolling. Shake it up. Get this bad boy going, cruise in, pop the boat on. And my belly is getting so excited for this little snack. It's been a little while since I've had some ceviche, so I'm bloody excited. Drop in the comments if you like ceviche, if you're a raw fish kind of person. All right, let's boost it. Pretty well back at the ramp, and I've had a look at my ceviche jar. I can see a fair bit of white on it. This is just a bit of a review as to how it's going. There's a fair bit of white on the meat, which shows that it's starting to cook. I want to give it a bit more because I cut it into quite big chunks. I'm going to whack it in the angle in the back of the car, put the boat on the trailer, we'll nip home, and then me and Molly will try this together, see if I can get her to try some. I think she's pretty keen. And also because it's that tougher fish, not like a lean skippy, because it is that poor man's crayfish. I think it needs a little bit longer. This is very much a test because I haven't done it with this fish before. Old school. Now I just want to see how high those waves are going to come up, because I don't want to get the car too wet and the tires bog in. So I want it as high as possible. Just hitting the back tire, I think that'll be all right. I'm gonna have to really winch this thing up. All right, probably gonna get a little wet here. Get that on the front there. Oh, this is gonna be very interesting. In we come, sunshine. Let's do it. We got this. I'm going in. Oh, deeper than I thought, deeper than I thought. All right, let's hold him there. Oops, oops. All right, we got a wave. Oh, oh. Oh, not what I wanted, not ideal. Just pull that back end around. Oh, sucked out. Try again. All right, we got it in a safe zone. We somehow got stuck around here. The boat is on. I'm gonna say we've definitely had better retrievals, but we've definitely had worse. Now let's just hope the troopy can pull this bad girl out. All right, let's give it a bit. Hooey. All right, we are back. I've done the cleanup of the boat, so I'm grabbing it out the angle, and then I'm going to drain off a bit of that lemon juice and add some of the coconut milk. I actually want to try a little bit with the coconut milk and a little bit without. So let's do it. That's looking lovely. All the meat has got that really nice white sort of it's no longer translucent, and that's the acidity of the lemon cooking it. So let's go over this way, try it in like that. Oh mate, that looks amazing. So what I wanted to try a little bit like this. Clean the palate with a bit of tomato. Now this fish, I did say, it's also referred to as the poor man's crayfish, because look at that texture. It's just like flaky apart. Oh, that is awesome, just like that. You'll have to try a bit of this one, Molly. This is a beautiful. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of coconut milk. I'm just gonna drizzle it on the side. See how that goes. Now, just a little crack. I would have loved to do this with some cream, coconut cream, but we don't have any. I just want to drain a little bit of that juice off. And then just a bit of a drizzle like that. I don't have a fork. I should have a fork, but anyway. That there. Oh, the coconut is so good. How the lemon literally cooks the fish is just beautiful. Well guys, that there was an awesome little mission. Like, to be able to nip out, I was probably only on the water for an hour and a half. Got a fish, something different, not the fish I was planning for, but hey, that has come up absolutely beautiful. If you don't have the ability to cook a fish when you're on board, you can always use lemon. So thanks for watching guys, hope you learned something. I've definitely learned something. And that's a tasty treat, well worth creating, and very easy. So thanks guys. That is actually so nice.